Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Amy Giroux, joining you live from Global Vision headquarters and from my home to yours to bring you what we like to call some great news. In these challenging COVID times, Global Vision is taking the charge and the lead to help to engage and motivate young Canadians from coast to coast to coast to take action into their communities. And we are doing just that. We have seen us taking the lead in terms of food security, climate change. And today, we're going to shift it to a new subject. We're going to talk about seniors, something that's been much on the news lately. But our next speaker, it's someone that really took charge about this way before the COVID times. I'm really excited today to take it live to Toronto with Mahad Shahzad. He's the president of Chatting to Wellness program, combating isolation through companionship. Thank you for joining us, Mahad.
Thank you for having me, Amy.
Listen, I'm so inspired by your story. I'd love it if you could just share with our viewers about exactly what you and your foundation is doing for seniors.
Sure. So Chatting to Wellness, as you mentioned, is a nonprofit organization that combats senior isolation through youth companionship. Pre-COVID, what we were doing is we were visiting retirement homes on a weekly basis across multiple cities in Southern Ontario and speaking with the seniors one-on-one to really provide them that companionship, that friend, that listening ear, as a lot of the seniors don't have friends or family that visit or aren't engaged in their community, and they really need that social companionship. What we're doing now, in COVID times, we had to stop those operations, and we've gone online. So seniors can now sign up online, or a friend or family member can sign them up online. And what we'll do is we'll give them a call and chat, same way. So we're available every single weekday night from Monday through Friday, available 6 to 9 p.m. We have tons and tons of volunteers who are chatting with seniors just about relaxed topics like their favorite Netflix show or what they had for breakfast or something more serious. And we're really just helping a population that otherwise doesn't get as much support as they need.
Can you speak a little bit about how, because of our viewers that'll be watching this, just like you watched our show and you outreach to us, which is exactly what we're hoping to be here, is a home for people to connect, right, and connect to opportunities in these COVID times. Is there a way that other people can get involved and help?
Yeah. So you're able to, if you want to volunteer, you're able to sign up at www.chattingtowellness.ca. You're also able to sign up a senior there as well for a chat.
Okay, well, that's great to know for our viewers. I'm really inspired. I know that I really enjoyed our conversation prior to our live show here, and I'm looking forward to the collaborations that Global Vision can do with Chatting with the Wellness program. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to switch it over to Michael for our domestic and international news desk.
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Again, it's a wonderful day here in Calgary, and I have some great news to report on today. Firstly, with our friends from south of the border in the United States, I have some great news from East Carolina. At the ripe age of 71, Craig Matta, 50 years after starting his university college degree, is finally going to graduate. On May 8th, he'll walk the stage virtually as part of the Eastern Carolina University virtual convocation. This goes to show that there is no talent you can put on age, and it really shows a lot about a person's character completing something they started. And now going to our local Canadian desk, Tim Hortons recently announced that we're going to be creating Nova Scotia strong themed cupcakes and donuts that will be sold across the nation. 100% of the proceeds will go directly towards the Canadian Red Cross Fund that will directly support the families affected by the many tragedies that have affected Nova Scotia over the past week. We have great news internationally and nationally to report on this week, and we're hearing it first at Some Great News.
Thanks, Mike. Actually, this morning on my drive through to Tim Hortons, I actually purchased one of those donuts, and anybody who knows me knows I don't eat sugar, but I did that to keep Nova Scotia strong. Thanks for joining us, Mike. Now today we're going to throw it to Terry Clifford, our president and founder and number one dub, but unfortunately today we can't see your beautiful blue eyes. He's joining us live from the telephone. Hi, Terry.
Good afternoon. I'm sorry about this glitch. I really don't know, obviously, what's wrong, but I'll try and get it sorted out. Thank goodness for the telephone.
Yes.
So at least I can hear what's going on. As a senior, I'm really happy to hear about this initiative for my peers because I know how lonely, particularly now, so many are. And so many feel so left out. So to hear about your foundation and your work is certainly endearing to me. So congratulations on what you've done. And I wonder if you could tell me when you had the idea and how did you get it started?
Yeah, for sure, Terry. I think it's a great question. The idea really came from a trip back home to my grandparents. I started trying to wellness when I was 18. It was the summer of my first year in university. And early that summer, I went back home to Pakistan in South Asia. And if you don't know how South Asia is, traditionally, families will live in these big homes together. So my grandparents were living with my uncle, my other uncle, their wives, their kids. So a lot of family in one house. And even though that was the case, I found that my grandparents were still doing everything on their own. They're still eating by themselves, watching TV by themselves, doing everything on their own. And that really stuck with me. So later that summer when I came back to Toronto, I was still thinking about it. And I thought, if that's how it is back home, where family values are such a big deal, what's it like over here? And I did some research and I talked to a lot of people, and I found that there's a huge amount of isolation and abandonment in retirement homes, particularly in North America. And this was coupled by the ridiculously high suicide rate among seniors. One of the things that people often think about when they think about suicide or mental health is youth. And youth are definitely very vulnerable, but seniors are, as a percentage of population, more seniors die of suicide than youth do. But seniors don't have any of those resources that youth have, like free counseling, call-in lines, helplines, emergency lines that are dedicated to them. And after seeing this, I've had this urge, and I said, if something's not there, I feel like I'm the type of person who wants to create it, who wants to say, okay, I'll make something there. And so I did whatever, an 18-year-old at the time really could do. And I got together a bunch of my friends, and we just started visiting retirement homes together every couple of weeks. And since then, that initiative has scaled to we're a team of just over 30 people. We operate across 7 cities in Southern Ontario. Pre-COVID, before we had to pause, we were helping over 300 seniors every single month. In early 2020, we just passed 3,000 chatting sessions with these individual one-on-one conversations that we have with the seniors. And we're really excited for what we can do now, as we're available online and available across the country for free for any senior.
Well, that's wonderful. And really, I guess you've been, like the rest of us, dumbstruck at the fact that so many people, seniors that is, in these homes are dying with COVID. A disproportionate number of seniors in these homes are dying. And so it makes you wonder about the systems that they have in place and many things like this. So I'm lucky I'm in my own house. But so many of my friends aren't in their own house. They're in these homes. And it's nice that you have done what you've done. But I hope, too, that you will be involved in the post-COVID. I hope you can get a voice into that thinking. For example, here in Ontario, Premier Ford now seems to really have his finger on the problem in our homes and wants to do something about it. And I would really like to see you and what your experiences tied into that. Yeah. And I think we have to build a new way of providing this assistance and making sure it's not only more fulfilling, but also, number one, safer for the people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely. I think we see a lot, during COVID times. It's unfortunate that has to come through a tragedy like this, but we're seeing now the struggles that seniors have in retirement in long-term care facilities and the antiquated structure of the system, right?
Yes.
And so we're really looking, as an organization, really hoping that people keep seniors top of mind even after this is over and not just kind of forget about them all of a sudden. Because you'd be surprised how many times we tell people about what we do and they're like, oh yeah, I never really thought about that. Never really thought about seniors. And people, I get it. I understand why. People just don't think about seniors in everyday life. And I think that's essential in creating the change that's needed to help these people live better lives. And it's beyond just the homes, right? People living in their own houses and their own apartments we talk to, and where a program is available to, and they still have similar struggles. So I think seniors as a whole, as a population, needs a similar support.
No, I couldn't agree with you more. And I'm glad that when I saw your original email, I said to Amy, this is a must. We just follow up and give them a place on our show, Some Great News. But I want to go further. A global vision, we take action. We're known by governments in Canada, provincial and federal. We're known as an Action Central kind of group. We don't, we were never handed a mandate by the government or even by municipalities. We in turn seized the mandate, and where we see that we know we can add some value, we're not shy about putting our best foot forward. So I would like to let you know that you have a friend in Global Vision, and I think that if you would like to work with us, we'd welcome that and see if we could make something happen for you, not just for you, but for the future of your project in seniors. We're committed to all Canadians, and I think this one, what you've done, is ready for the post-COVID period. Be a part of the new change that I'm sure Premier Ford is going to make in Ontario and the other provinces as well.
Yes, thank you very much for that. I was just talking to Amy before we began, and she was offering her support as well. So I'm really happy that we reached out to Global Vision, and you guys are so kind with stuff like this. So I've you can count on me reaching out and asking for your advice on how to go forward with things. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, Amy.
You're welcome, Dad. It's just unfortunate we couldn't see you live today. I'm missing those big blue eyes. But just like to reinforce that fact, how wonderful and what such great news that is that Mahad found us through our Great News program, and how we're able to all work together, right, to make Canada stronger through collaboration. So I look forward to our future projects that we can help to push forward with you, Mahad. And I'd like to encourage and inspire other young Canadians to come and join us here on our Such Great News channel so that we can all work together. And in the meantime, I'd like to encourage everyone to stay safe, healthy, and strong. And we'll see you the next time.